Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This little guy's Popeye, and we are the RC Sailors. Today we're going to have a little bit of a different kind of a video. We always show drones and trucks and planes and things, but we don't show a lot of equipment. We've had a lot of requests to talk about equipment, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to really put the spotlight, though, on these Eachine EV100.
Yeah, a ton of you guys have requested we take a look at this, and
yes,
here they are.
Yep, FPV goggles. These are 5.8 gigahertz FPV goggles, so they're going to work on something like a little Blade Inductrix FPV, any of these little tiny Whoop, mini Whoop, micro Whoop, whatever, 5.8 gigahertz FPV
Even
drones.
up to the bigger drones, like the 250 race drone sizes that you get outside.
Yes, so the drones that you see on like ESPN, the Drone Racing League, guys are wearing Fat Sharks that cost $500, $600. These come in at 99 bucks. They're under $100. So it's got to be too good to be true, right? I mean, goggles that cost that much less. Popeye really wants to chase a drone. Goggles that cost that much less have got to have something wrong with them for them to be that cheap, right? I mean, that's what most people would think. That's why everybody has been asking us to put them on our channel, because we're brutally honest about this stuff.
Yeah.
But these aren't too shabby. They come completely ready to use, and if you look side by side here, size comparison with Fat Sharks, I mean, they're actually a little bit sleeker than the Fat Sharks. They look great. A lot of people don't like the idea of wearing something gigantic like this, the big old box.
Which is what Nate always does.
I have to because of my glasses.
But this one comes with an awesome feature that not even these $400 goggles, I mean, they kind of have it, but not as good as that.
This lets you adjust both side to side for people that have, you know, your eyes might be a little bit farther apart than others, but it also lets you pull the screen in closer or further away. And for me, I'm nearsighted, so I really need the screen to be almost like boom, right in front. So this gets a little closer than what the Fat Sharks do, and for me, I can finally take my glasses off and fly with these. Now, I have really bad eyesight. I mean, I'm blind as a bat. So for me to see, I actually have to squint just a little bit to focus on the screen. So that's just my personal downfall, because I'm blind as a bat. Now, let's talk about what comes with these goggles, because in comparison to like Fat Sharks, what are you missing out on? That's the big question. A lot of people are going to ask us, well, there's, you know, if they're charging 5 times the amount, there's got to be a reason. You're losing some features here, and you're losing a couple features, yes, but they are these are usable. The
batteries are almost identical. Both are not great, and both are kind of annoying to charge. But they're very similar in size and like features.
They're
like
both
the battery.
They're both 1,000 milliamp, and you're going to get about the same usage time out of each of these. But these are actually easier to charge because it comes with, I got a bunch of drone stuff sitting out here. It comes with a micro USB charger, and you can actually plug that into this. This one, you can't. You have to plug it into a hobby grade charger. It does have a battery indicator on the Fat Sharks. You press and hold that, and it tells you how much juice is left. And believe it or not, this one has that too. You just press and hold the little button, and it tells you how much juice is left. Kind of nice to know before you go out to the field, is my battery charged or not? So the batteries are the same. You can charge this because it has a balance charger, just like a balance lead, just like this one. You can charge this on your hobby grade charger. You do not have to trickle charge with the included micro USB cable, which is actually pretty long and a fairly nice cable.
They both have fans, so it'll keep it cool and keep it from overheating.
The padding on your face here came installed on this one. It did not on the Fat Sharks. Now, you'll notice this one has 2 antennas, this one has 1. Now, we only have 1 pair of Fat Sharks, so we're only comparing it to the one that we have.
This is actually our 2nd pair of Fat Sharks ever.
But the only one we currently own. And it looks like this would have diversity receivers inside, like 2 receivers. That's what that means. Diversity receiver means 2 receivers, because you have 2 antennas. But it's actually only 1 receiver, kind of acting as 2. It just has 2 antennas. And you would probably be wise to upgrade these antennas. At some point, you could get like a patch antenna and a circular polarized antenna.
Right.
But these do unscrew, and you can replace them and get better signal. Much, much, much better when you replace these antennas. These are called rubber ducky antennas. They're dipole, I think, dipole antennas.
Now the two biggest things that one's lacking that the Fat Shark, my Fat Shark Attitude V4s have. The first one that's a major disappointment to me, but I'm sure it helped keep the price down, is the lack of DVR.
Yes.
This does not have DVR, so you cannot record onboard footage. Now you can connect it with the video out to like a screen, and maybe that screen has an ability to record, but this itself does not have DVR. This does.
Really, I think the people that would be using these most would just be using them to fly, not necessarily record. So you're right, the lack of the DVR is a pretty big difference. And then the only other difference, and it's kind of a big one, is the immersion.
Yeah, so, like the field of view. This, on the Fat Sharks, you get a wider field of view, and it feels like way more immersive when you fly. That,
for example, this is a good way to, I think a good way for a person that's never wore goggles like this. Imagine going to a movie theater with a big giant widescreen, like you are staring at that, and you almost have to even turn your head to see it all. Okay, that's Abby's. Like it is.
It feels like you're there.
You really feel like you're there. This one feels more like when it's on, you're kind of looking at a TV from the couch. That's what it feels like. There's a bit of black around it, so don't be fooled. It's not the exact same experience.
Right.
It's still a very usable signal and a usable shot. Like I can fly FPV with these, but we can't record that footage to show you guys.
But almost the focal length ability on these goggles almost negates that. Like it helps to bring it up a little bit more in quality. Now we're gonna fly these, but because it doesn't have DVR, you are not gonna see an on-screen picture. That's just how this works because there's no DVR. But we will do our best to explain our thoughts on it. But before we fly, we do want to give a shout out to Stuart from UAV Futures. He took a look at these goggles and he did an amazing job reviewing it. I know we're just kind of like brushing it over, letting you all know our opinions fairly quickly in a short 10-minute video. He goes in depth about 25 minutes. So if you're really interested in these, we highly recommend checking out his channel. He's not an extremely family-friendly channel. Every once in a while there's a little bit of cussing, but other than that, he does amazing detailed reviews. So go check him out if you haven't already seen him. And
let him know that we sent you. Just say, hey, we're here from the TheRcSaylors channel. Thought we'd check out your channel.
Yeah. And Stuart does amazing jobs on
He's all about
job on FPV,
race drones. That's his specialty. All right, so you want to plug these in and fly?
Me first?
I mean, it doesn't matter. We're just going to get a quick little flight.
I think you should do it first.
Sure, let's do it.
Since you have never gotten to wear goggles other than big old ugly box goggles.
Don't say that because I'm still going to use those.
Everybody hates those.
I wouldn't say that.
Everybody hates them.
I know.
If you hate those goggles, let Nathan know. And not just those goggles, box goggles. So we're gonna fly our Blade Inductrix.
I'm going to. Let's see here. I just want to make sure because
Stand back from the drone, bye.
I can adjust closer and farther away. I definitely have to have it as close as possible. And then it looks like one image. It's not like two separated images, so I know my eye distances.
Yeah, you can adjust it based on the distance your eyeballs are.
All right, let's see. I should be able to fly this. Now, I wish we could record. I mean, we could record this with the Fat Sharks, but
it kind of defeats the purpose though, because you're seeing what the Fat Sharks can see, not.
Okay, hold on. I clipped the boat there.
And not what the Eachine is. All right.
It's so weird. It's hard to describe a person that is nearsighted. Flying FPV is a lot different than a person farsighted. It looks like I'm walking around the house with my glasses off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're not as in focus as usual?
That is how FPV works for a person without...
You need contacts.
Yeah, I do. Contacts would make a world of a difference, but...
I really like your perspective, though, because a lot of glasses wearers, people that can't do contacts like you, are gonna want to know with the focal length adjustment how well it works.
Yeah, I mean, it would be more enjoyable if I had contacts in, but obviously I am flying around our very cluttered room through those lights and everything that you guys can't even see, and I haven't hit anything yet, so these work really well.
But it is still a little blurry for you, I guess.
Well, the screen isn't blurry, but what the camera is seeing is, for me, because of my poor vision. That's just me though. Well, there, I just hit the couch, so that was bad flying. Okay.
It is really strange to see just like it's like I'm looking at a square at the end of a tunnel with the vision. It's very different.
Ready? Here you go. And right into Popeye's mouth. All right, I had no signal issues as far as like static and stuff goes. Abby's really bad at flying the inductress.
I don't know why I'm flying this one.
Because you wanted to. Okay. Alright. And there's... Well, I know you guys can't see this. That's because there's no DVR. But... Let's
try to go upstairs.
She's using them. It's working.
Oh, I'm getting so low! So the signal quality isn't too bad, but you're definitely going to want to upgrade the antennas.
Well, it's actually really good when you're here, but if you're flying out at a football field 100 yards away, and you're flying a $400 custom race drone, then you want probably $15 upgraded antennas.
But this is the first time we've ever seen goggles in the Fat Shark style.
Yep.
$100. These are like $400. I don't even remember, but the price tag makes me sick to my stomach.
Like $350.
And then these goggles of Nathan's are $50.
Nah, $65.
Fine. Plus you have to get a battery, I guess.
Yeah. So almost the same price as these.
I think I like these better. Honestly, I really do think I like these better.
Why?
Why? I can't stand the small screen.
Oh yeah,
I really can't stand that. I feel like I'm not really flying FPV.
It's different. I mean,
I like it, but then I don't like it.
It's just different.
Yeah, it would take getting used to, and I'm not used to it.
Personally, we fly the more immersive look a lot more often. This is just it's not perfect. It's certainly not perfect. This is just a $100 alternative to the $300 or $400 or $500 Fat Sharks.
This is going to be for a beginner, a starter into the FPV world.
Yep.
We're not wanting to break the bank with Fat Sharks because honestly, I like these better. But they're $400, $300, $400.
Yes. And you should.
Are $100.
There you have it. That's our opinions of the Eachine EV100s.
We'll have it linked in the description box below so you can check it out for yourself.
And they're not horrible. They would definitely get the job done for you, but eventually you'll want to upgrade. So that is where this stands.
We'll also have Stuart at UAV Futures channel linked down there so you can see an even more in-depth review of these.
And quick little shout out to our buddies
RC After Hours. I think we're going to be on their show in the next couple weeks. Once we know a date for sure, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, and maybe we'll link their Facebook page in the description box too. So all kinds of goodies in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye!
Bye.